Give it a few seconds. All right. How are you on your end?
I'm ready to hit confirm and go live.
All right. Let's turn you down a bit because you're kind of coming in a little hot. There we go. Now you're too quiet. There we go. All right, that works. I think that was the exact same percentage I had it before. All right. Oh, hi, Big Mac. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
So today, Realm Wars and I are doing a multi-stream while we work on different art-based projects. In my case, it's this practice comic that I've made a long time ago and haven't touched since. So what I was thinking of doing is making a monthly update of sorts with different short stories for this graphic novel that I'm doing, Phantom of the Forest. I'm still working on the main script, so I figured that this would be a great way to get people interested, get them to test the waters of the various stories Eclepia, the setting of my story, has to offer. So
And I'm working on avatar poses. Nowhere near as exciting.
come on, I'm sure it's plenty exciting on its own. And don't say otherwise because I will deny it.
Well, I will
So
do it anyway.
Not on my stream. Not even on your stream. I forbid it.
Wait, you can't forbid things on my own stream.
Watch me, bitch.
Usurper! This is a mutiny!
I'm captain of the ship now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kooky Celtic is now Realm Wars.
Change of plan, lads! We move now! Alright. I'm not sure if these comics will be in, full color just yet. They might be. We'll see. And actually, let me...
There's a super crazy crasher, and yeah, Big Mac is on my stream now. I'm watching both streams, as you should. What is going on is me and the Kooky Celtic on Twitch are multi-streaming some arts. He's working on Phantom of the Forest stuff, and I'm working on boring avatar poses.
They're not boring. Because I denied it. And let me make sure my brush is working. Okay, it is. Cool. Let's do this. So, I compiled a bit of a playlist together, to fit in theme with, the main setting of my story, which you might know is called Eclepia. It's the main kingdom of which Phantom of the Forest takes place in. It's where Alexandra was born and raised. Not the main kingdom proper, which, that would be, Kirkwall, the city in the exact center of, the kingdom. It's a big trading epicenter. It's rather prestigious. The Warrior Queen lives there.
Worlds Collide 27. Hi, it's been too long. Yeah, it has. I know I don't stream regularly, but you know what? My friend here, the Kooky Celtic, does.
Or at least I try to.
He has a streaming schedule. Yeah, 3 cheers to me coming out of the shower and not smelling like poo-poo.
Not smelling like melee, exactly.
Yee. We support good hygiene in these parts of the interwebs.
Yes, and which also relates to please wash your hands and get vaccinated if you haven't already.
Yes.
I know most people usually reserve this for after the main event is done, but I like to do things differently.
Pro Tech Addict and Paul K. Dragon, hello. Hello, my fellow Americans. Your neighborhood addict of Pokemon Protect is here to wish you all a happy and safe 4th of July. Yes, there are going to be explosions happening here.
Which you're probably gonna hear in a few minutes on my end, probably.
Is it wrong that I still laugh at the Among Us stream where you cheered on TP to kill Celtic Ground?
I'm sorry, what? You did what?
When me and TP were the imposters.
Fuck off. How dare you?
Hey, listen, you can do it to me next time we stream Among Us.
No, we established that I don't like being the imposter, and every time I am, I call myself out.
Oh.
It is law. Did you forget?
Well, if you end up dying to imposter, you may cheer for my death.
No.
The fuck?
I don't cheer for people's deaths. Unless they deserve it. And
mine.
you do not deserve it! Shut up!
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that. I was just gonna say, but
You were
not
about
me.
to. I could sense it.
Listen, I thought we were just gonna have a mutual relationship going on here. It's like, you root for my death.
I didn't even know that you rooted for mine until now. Like, the fuck? I thought we were friends.
And you know what? That was the best birthday gift TP got that day.
What, my death?
No, winning the whole game.
Oh. I guess, back on topic for me. So, Asclepia is, well, the main story of, the main setting of Phantom of the Forest, takes place in a Celtic-inspired, land. Which I am Irish-American. In fact, my last name, is an Irish clan. I come from the House of Burke. It is very nice.
Apparently you have dragons.
Yeah, that's on our coat of arms. Although I'm not the sort of person who, like, wears, my family name like it's a badge of honor. Like, it's a family name, you know?
But you get to ride Toothless!
Toothless or some other dragon, but anyway,
It's like, damn it, where are your dragons,
Okay, Big
Jordan?
Mac
I
has a
want to
question
ride
for
Spyro.
Big Mac has a question for me. Did you take inspiration from Lord of the Rings, Celtic? Lord of the Rings, Legend of Zelda, Witcher, Xenoblade Chronicles, Batman, Doom, lots of things. I guess I can give a quick plot synopsis, since that's more important than the world building. Like, you can have any world you want, but if it's nothing but fluff, then your story's gonna suffer. So, the story is rather simple. Alexandra is a 28-year-old monster slayer. She has been in the business for, you know, a decade. When she turned 18 years old, her parents got killed by the demon general Kragatoth. He was they were all part of the 30 Generation War, where the demons and the royal family of Kirkwall fought each other for dominance over the land. The demons were on the verge of winning, but then Alexandra's parents, Bran and Attain Ark, who also trained her in the art of monster slaying, dealt the final blow to their king, and in their defeat, as per their code of honor, the demons agreed to be thrust underground into the underworld, so all the other civilizations can live in peace. Not that that really matters, because Asclepia is, while beautiful during the day, extremely dangerous at nighttime. If you're going to go out at night into Asclepia, either don't, or bring a traveling companion with you and some weapons, maybe some magic. Other than that, it's way too dangerous. There's all types of monsters out there. So, back to Alex. She's been on this quest of revenge against Kragatoth for 10 years, and she has been researching of a way to defeat him, because demons actually cannot die. Sure, they can be hurt by various weapons, but the only way they can really die is by waiting for them to age, and that takes about 2,000 years.
That's too long.
That's too long, and Alexandra's a human, so she's looking for a way to do it now and to do it fast. But not only does she have to worry about that, she's been cursed by the damn guy. While she did get utterly pummeled by Kragatoth during their first encounter, she would have died if it wasn't for the fact that she shoved one of her swords into his right eye, blinding it. But unknown to her at the time, he placed a tag lock on himself for... It's basically a sympathetic curse that, when activated, essentially allows the victim to be cursed by whatever the caster inflicted on them. And for Alex's case, she was cursed with vivid dreams and nightmares, based on her memories. Good and bad. So, she's when she dreams about something, like say when she was celebrating her birthday, she can relive that moment essentially with sheer accuracy and precision. Same thing too for a nightmare. If she remembered getting stabbed one night, she'll recall that day and feel the pain. Only difference is she isn't actually getting hurt in the dreams, she's just experiencing it. The intention of the curse... Yeah, the intention of the curse is for her to go mad and, well, commit suicide. But the thing with Alexandra is that she's not one who breaks easily. So, if anything, the curse motivates her to try even harder. Once the main plot kicks off, I wrote it so that she finally has a lead, and then the main plot kicks off from there. So these short stories will take place before that time. So during her 10 years as the, well, Phantom of the Forest, her title, if you will. Because whenever she's in darkness, her eyes glow a ghastly yellow. Chances are, if you see those eyes, you're pretty much dead.
Try to run. You can't.
I mean, she'd probably say something a lot more sinister, like... Actually, she probably wouldn't say anything. She'd just do it.
Yeah. It's like, so how do you run from her? That's the interesting part. You don't.
That's the neat part. You don't. But, my big thing with writing so far is that, yeah, the story is simple, but that means there's way more room for character interactions, and with Alexandra in particular, character studies. I've always loved those sort of stories, and it's certainly no different here. And seeing as I'm writing and eventually going to draw this whole thing out, I have plenty of room to explore. And believe it or not, I'm up to like 43 chapters right now. So pretty substantial. I've made some pretty substantial progress, but I can't share it with you guys, even though I really want to, because it's not ready yet.
It's like, but you're already better than Doug Walker because T doesn't care about character study.
I mean, to each their own. If you find that stuff boring, fine. But we all know that Doug Walker's an idiot, so
Yes.
he doesn't know good writing when it counts. Like, which is ironic because he likes Mask of the Phantasm, which is a character study on TAS Bruce Wayne.
Crawls out of a chip bag. Felt. What are you doing in a chip bag, Mr. Maniac?
Nani?
Also, yeah, nice to see some of you guys on my stream. Do you guys also want to give Jordan some of those views? I mean, I like the 8 views, but I think he'd like them too.
I mean, honestly, I don't really care either way. Not a lot of people watch my streams anyway. If people show up, they show up. If they don't, well, fine.
I mean, gotta hope to get you Twitch affiliate somehow.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get Twitch affiliate.
Yeah. Now, you're probably wondering where my lore synopsis for The Rise of Superior is coming from, but that's going to be for a different day because I decided to take a poll on Twitter and decide what kind of stream you guys would like to see me do on my birthday on July 30th. And apparently, you guys wanted a lore stream. Which is funny because the other 2 options were either a TCG Suffer stream or Ori and the Blind Forest 1 Life mode, and apparently the lore stream beat them. But you know what? I'm not gonna complain.
And I should probably put the ghouls on a different layer.
I call my shiny Greninja Kuro. Look at Jen in the comments section, mocking me.
Jason Extreme. Hey, welcome.
Give link. The link to Jordan's stream should be in the description of my video.
I guess adding further to what exactly ghouls are in my universe, they're essentially zombies, but they're not quite zombies. Sure, they walk and groan and bleh, like zombies, but they're essentially corpses revived by evil spirits. They're essentially taking their bodies out for a ride, and they're not so bad as long as you aim for the head, but it's kind of hard to do if they're, say, in a group together. So they can be pretty dangerous if you aren't on your toes 100% of the time. And in this short story, Alexandra is facing off against an entire horde of them.
Just in case some of you guys were not able, just in case some of you guys aren't able to find the link to Jordan's stream in the description of this stream, I shall post it in the chat.
Oh, be aware though that considering my lack of a filter, I made it so that only mature audiences can watch. So if you're under 18 and you can't see my stream, sorry.
Yeah, viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, viewer discretion is definitely advised. Like, have you seen some of my streams? If not, then please do. I would really enjoy having people to interact with. It's why I do streaming in the first place. It's not my main focus, but it helps pass the time.
God help us if they rush you. You know what? You're absolutely right, Pro Tag Addict. I'll have the entire series finished by tomorrow.
Stop. Remember, I'm in command of this vessel right now, and there is no room for crunching. It didn't work for Cyberpunk. It won't work for you. Take your time.
Naughty Dog
Relax. Naughty Dog's full of corrupt bureaucrats. Anyway.
That's an interesting one.
I should also dedicate a stream to monster designs. Since it is a thing that I can draw if any of you are interested in commissioning me. I have plenty of slots open. You can check out my info on the Kooky Celtic / the Celtic Kooky on Twitter. My commission sheet is pinned on my profile, so it's right there for your perusal. Decided to jump my butt in here because YouTube streaming sucks. Thank you, Jen. That doesn't that doesn't mean you suck. Shut up.
I was saying YouTube sucks.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Okay, so maybe I can have this guy shuffle his legger, his little legger here.
Leggers?
Yes, the little leggies that make the movies.
Okay. I'm just saying, let's hope nobody thought that was racist.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even intend for that. Fuck.
He said L.
I mean, then again, it didn't sound like that until you brought it up. So
it's just one of those things where it's like, fuck, now
hey,
it's like, fuck, I can't
okay,
Jen, now.
Yeah, Jen says, hey, Realm, tell him about the conspiracy between me and Giovanni and you and Illusion. What?
Okay, so yeah, Jen is shiny hunting with the Team Rocket slot in the server that we're in that has the Mude made bot, and we've come to the conclusion that she sucks off Giovanni to get all the shinies.
Like, sucking dick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they fucking. And then there's me, where it seems every time I breathe, Illison wants to give me butt fucks of tons of cash.
Wait a minute. Is the playlist playing the songs in order? Because I thought I shuffled it. Man, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It means I get to listen to the songs anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah. Jen
Literally,
sucks off Giovanni, I get plowed by Illison.
Literally, I got done Shiny Honey Gardevoir. Oh, nice! Gardevoir is one of my favorite shinies. I mean, then again, most blue shinies are my favorites.
There's more to the story.
I'm sure there is.
Because immediately afterwards, she went to Shiny Hunt Whimsicott. The next time she rolled at the slot, Shiny Whimsicott.
2 Shiny Whimsicotts in a row? Damn.
No, just 2 shiny Pokemon in a row.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my attention's divided. My attention's divided because, well, I'm also drawing, so I'm not good at multitasking, which apparently, according to my old psychologist teacher in college, multitasking doesn't exist.
It doesn't if you're weak!
I guess I'm weak then.
No, they're weak.
Okay, Infinite. Whatever you say. Oh, and in that same role's fucking Zekrom. Wait, regular Zekrom or shiny Zekrom?
Regular Zekrom.
Okay. Still, impressive. Okay, so, the school's hand is turning out a little big. There we go.
Was doing a Heart Gold today. Found a shiny Zubat. That was neat. Then all my living Pokemon broke the over-leveling rule, and my shiny Zubat died, so I quit. Lost the will to live for the rest of the day. Oof. Funny enough, the first shiny Pokemon that I encountered was in Soul Silver, and it was a Golbat.
Mine was in Heart Gold, and it was Caterpie that I ended up evolving into a Butterfree. Her name is Fiona. I love her very much, and I still have her.
And she can Gigantamax, except I made that up.
Mine was in Fire Red, and it was Spearow. Nice.
Mine was in silver and it was a Gyarados.
Shiny Gyarados doesn't count. And I'm sorry to tell this to you guys, but good job if you have shiny Gyarados, but it doesn't count. simply because in Gen 2 and in the Gen 4 remakes of Gen 2, it's given to you for free, and it doesn't really count as your first shiny. Like, sure, it is shiny, it's real, but it's not your first. It's not something you earn. Shut up!
Lee. I can't believe it. I was told to shut up by the Kooky Celtic. Where did I go wrong?
Where did I go wrong?
That video takes me back. Well. If it isn't Link, or should I say, Dink?
Shall I get my list of shinies and shield? Oh god. From what I remember, it's pretty extensive. But, go ahead.
It's a story related to shinies. Okay, Protag Addict.
Wrong layer, of course. Which, doing these comics is a good idea for me, because if I'm going to do a web comic, I might as well make comics. It's the only way you can practice, by doing them. Yeah, I think the playlist is playing the songs in order. Alright, that's fine.
Now I'm thinking of that one vid, Zelda Milk. What?
That sounds gross. Don't.
Leave him alone, you bully.
So, currently in my party... Okay, here we go. This is going to be massive. Absolutely massive.
Three walls of text later.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting. Because I know Jen is wild about shiny hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. Zeus the Braviary, Shiro the Aurorus, Rosie the Moltres, Selkie the Milotic. Hey, there's Selkies in Phantom of the Forest, actually.
Yep.
I mean, they're Irish creatures,
welcome to my stream.
Yeah, they're Irish creatures. Well, Celtic creatures more so, because they were even reported around Scotland. But yeah, and Evelyn the Latias.
Yeah. So Jonah, if you were wondering, I am working on avatar poses for Kamiko for an avatar set, and Jordan is on Twitch streaming a practice comic.
Which is gonna end up being a short comic story, because I figured it was time for me to start making comics. Yeah. It's for Phantom of the Forest, a story I'm working on, and I'm essentially going to make these short stories to tide people over for the main event, if you will.
Yeah. It's a fit that starts off with Link and Ganondorf fighting an epic battle, only for Link to start rapid-firing shooting milk from... I'm not gonna finish that.
Yeah, no. I don't even have your stream up because my systems are not advanced. But I can imagine this Twitch is gonna have some words for that.
the Twitch algorithm is gonna look at our streams and go like, what's going on here?
Ironically, I have no filter. So, if you're gonna watch my streams, expect me to, expect me to go off making very rude comments and cursing like a sailor. Although allegedly most, people in Ireland curse anyway, so I'm honoring my ancestors, I suppose.
And don't even get us started when the Irish get drunk.
Which, honestly, is the one thing with me. I've elected very, very young to never drink.
And you know what? That's fair.
Yeah. I'm not one for the idea of getting shit-faced, things like that. And quite frankly, I don't really trust myself with alcohol. So
hey,
that's a no-go for me. On the note of Selkies, though, for those of you who may not be aware, or if you are, Selkies are essentially Ireland's very own mermaids. They are a race of people who masquerade as seals. The source is their magical fur coats that when they enter the water, they can turn into a seal, polymorph into a seal rather, and swim the seas to their heart's content. There's many stories about a man stealing a Selkie woman's coat, and the only way that he give it back is if she gave him lots and lots of kids, which is really horrible in hindsight. So she does, and the man hides it away, like underneath the floorboards or a hidden room in the house, and the woman would find it, and then she would immediately put it back on, dive into the sea, never to be seen again. There's a movie around Selkies and fairies, actually, called Song of the Sea. It's made by an Irish animation studio called, I want to say Cartoon Brew? I could be very wrong. My memory is not very good. But I know that they've made other movies such as The Secret of Kells and recently something about wolves. I still need to see those movies because I feel like as an Irish person, an Irish descendant myself, I owe it to myself to watch them. Plus, they have a really beautiful style to them.
You do you, Jordan. Don't they sing for you to draw you towards the water, or am I thinking wrong? I think those are sirens.
No, yeah, sirens are totally different. They are Greek monsters. They're essentially, well, they're either bird women or they're beautiful sea nymphs that, yeah, lure sailors into the rocks. Those are Greek creatures. Okay. So Jen got back to me with her shinies. Box 1. Mecha the G-Max Duraludon, Rigel or Rigel, the G-Max Charizard, Ultohime the Kingdra, Ophelia the G-Max Blastoise, Aster the Glaceon, Bowsette the G-Max Dreadnought, nice name, Rosemary the G-Max Hatterene, Clarent the Aegislash, Saber the G-Max Corviknight, Jojo the G-Max Machamp, Geo the G-Max Orbeetle, and Sakura the Weavile. Continued. I guess she's typing that out.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait a minute. What am I doing drawing the background? I can just pull a Samurai Jack and just color it in. Yeah, fuck lining it. What am I doing?
Fuck this f***ing crap!
No, but seriously, I find coloring in the background with solid shapes is a lot easier to do than just drawing them all in. I was kind of... My brain was on autopilot, sorry. Okay. Sir Tristan the Surfetched, Anubis the Lucario, Ares the Komodo, Alexandria the Hawlucha, Abigail the Absol, Aracene the G-Max Gengar, Felicia the Lipard, Cerberus the Hydreigon, Hel the Chandelure, Hestia the Talonflame, Morganite the Serena, Osiris the Dusk Lycanroc, Apollo the Volcarona, and Diesel the Palossand. Man, that's a lot! And this is just box 1? It's no bother to me, but, like, wow. It's definitely more impressive than what I've got. Like, most of the recent shinies I've got was either by pure chance from, like, hatching eggs, or Brian gave them to me. That being said, I haven't really been playing Pokemon much at all recently. I'm mostly just waiting for the Gen 4 remakes.
Honestly, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I haven't been playing Pokemon a lot either.
Oh, I forgot that there's an applause at the end of this track. That was the Dragon Roost Island remix from the Mario and Zelda Big Band years ago. And beautiful soundtrack. You should guys look it up when you get the chance.
That was an applause? I thought it was rain.
No, it's applause. It was recorded live.
Yeah, I thought that was rain.
So did I at first, and then my brain clicked and like, oh yeah, that's part of the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Box 2 coming
People
up.
are
Oh
giving
boy.
it the clap.
But yeah, like I mentioned before, the overall vibe of Phantom of the Forest is, well, based a lot around things like The Legend of Zelda, Lord of the Rings. Actually, Alex herself, on the note of Zelda, her green cloak is definitely based upon that of Link, although the main shade is mostly based around the Doom guy from, well, the Doom games.
Doom. Oh wait, wrong thing.
Her resemblance towards Link isn't really apparent until you look at her younger self, which I did make art for. Give me a second.
Where she is baby.
Yeah, where she's 18 and not cursed. Yeah, she originally had green eyes before Kragatoth came in and screwed everything up.
Then everything changed when Kragatoth attacked.
Well, that's kind of diminishing the effect. So, the main thing I wanted to showcase from just their body languages alone is that Alex was a much happier young lady 10 years ago compared to now. And I've always liked the idea of a character having green eyes. It's a rather rare color scheme. When it comes to eye colors, you usually see blue or brown, but...
And that's why he liked Sonic.
Well, yeah, Sonic is another influence on my art style overall, but I'm sort of favoring the classic games nowadays. I still love Sonic Adventure 1, but Sonic Adventure 2, it's seen better days. Okay, Coco the Alola Raichu, Sylvia the Rapidash, Sir Fluffles the Arcanine, Poseidon the G-Max Lapras. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I just gotta get through this. Medusa the Salazzle, Kuro the Garchomp, Perseph the Roserade, Ace the Salamence, Astolfo the Lopunny. I see what you did there. Bubble the Togedemaru, Amber the Swoobat, Aurora the Frostmoth.
Yeah, it's like I was gonna say, because yeah, we have Sonic Forces. We don't talk about that game. Never happened.
Yeah, Sonic Forces, kind of like the Isle of Armor DLC from Pokemon Gen 8, is aggressively okay.
I won't even say that because honestly, every time I go back to think about Force's plot, it keeps getting worse.
Yeah, basically the angrier you get.
Yeah, yeah, because I just keep going back. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. This also doesn't make sense. Why was this okayed?
That's, as some of you may have heard many times, is how I feel about Xenoblade 2. Every time I walk away from, well, when I played it, I liked it, but the more I spend time away from it, it's like, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait.
Oh no.
And the game isn't bad, it's just fucking annoying. With what it gets wrong. For example, the tutorials, they do not help in the slightest. They butchered the art system. I mean, the idea of making it simplified was good. But then you take into account of all of the different rare blades that you get, which completely change your character's playstyle. And if they don't match up with your character's stats, you will fail! And there's also the elemental chart, which doesn't make sense, because apparently fire and water are weak to each other. Light and darkness are weak to each other. So you have to juggle mechanics around just to get around, and also get enough points for specific chain attacks. It's a mess.
That just reminds me of the Rosario Vampire anime, like the second season where Mizure was fighting like a fire monster, saying, "I'm fire in your eyes, which means you're weak to me." And then like they had Mizure in a corner, and she's like, "If you're weak to me, then that means that you must also be weak to me in exchange." Like that, honey, that's not how that works.
I mean, I don't think it's as bad as Mega Man Zero's weakness chart. Like, I think electricity is weak to ice. I could be wrong, but I know it's just fucking weird.
It's just like weaknesses don't work that way. Just because that guy's weak to you doesn't mean he's weak back to act towards you. It doesn't work that way.
Like, okay, I get you're trying to be different, but this is the wrong kind of different. Anyway, Kit the Ninetales, Egg the Azumarill, Omelette the Togekiss, Freya the Altaria, Ryder the Noivern, Ingot the Dracozolt, Thanatos the Dragapult, Zoro the Thievel, Cronus the Haxorus, Chili the Grapploct, S'mores the Dedenne, Eris the Gyarados, Emerald the Lurantis, Lionel the Entei, great name, Eros the Sylveon, Tater the Tyranitar, and Lion the Mawile. Box 3, wow.
I honestly feel bad because Rosario Vampire deserved a good anime.
Oh, is it like not up to par with the main manga?
They made so many unnecessary changes in the anime, and I don't know why. Like, for example, Jordan, how do you feel like an entire chapter of Kurumu's character development getting cut?
Based on what little I know of Kurumu, that's not cool.
Well, that's what they did.
Not cool. Not cool, Sonic.
Also, one of the chapters where we first were introduced to Ruby the Witch, they decided for some unknown reason to say that, oh no, the mistress she was working for was dead the whole time, but in the manga, she's actually there.
Something tells me they cut a lot of corners.
Not just cut out a lot of corners, they just changed so many things that, again, did not need to be changed.
Hello, M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar. How you doing? How's the wife and family? Okay, I think we're good to, make them their own layer now. Here we go. Wait. Wait, what layer are you on? I got scared there. Checking.
Sonic is strong, but family is stronger, Dom.
Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to this because this school right here has a half torn up face. Gore is kind of an element of Phantom of the Forest because, well, if you couldn't gather by now, it's a dark fantasy. It's a dark fantasy story. So maybe I can give it an exposed eye of some sort, and then. I mean, obviously it's stylized because, well, it's a style I've been accustomed to for, well, since I could draw, really, as a kid. Let's see. Raiden the Jolteon, Tangy the Flareon, Aphrodite the Vaporeon, Spectrum the Umbreon, Jade the Espeon, Demeter the Leafeon, Teal the Latios, Phoebiter? Or Phobiter? I'm not really sure how to read that name. The Zoroark, Azula the Gardevoir, Irene the Aggron, Highwind the Flygon, Cobalt the Galarian Rapidash, Navy the Tyrantrum, Bugs the Diggersby. Okay, Bugs is a great name.
Oh, and also, Jordan, how do you feel? No, how do you feel about in the anime Rosario Vampire, the monsters attempt to fucking crucify Skune?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, they put that boy on a cross and they're gonna fucking burn him on it.
Ah.
All because he's a human.
I mean, that's kind of extreme.
And then, that cathartic scene where Skune temporarily turns into a vampire thanks to Mocha's help to beat up the guy who tried to murder him. Yeah, no, they cut that. No, it was Mocha who beat the guy. It was so cathartic when Skune did it. Why you change it?
I mean, I could say more about this, but I haven't even read a lick of Rosario Vampire, and honestly, it's kind of not my thing. It's just that you've introduced me to the character of Karumu, and she seems nice, despite being a succubus. And it's nice to know that sex isn't the only characteristic she has, which is great because she's kind of a minor.
Yeah. The question is,
which
does
honestly,
that matter for
it's kind of the main thing that turned me off from anime starting out. Like, I know that fan service is a big thing with anime, but he introducing My Hero Academia, which was light on it. I still don't like the fact it's there, but at the very least, it's not the focus like other projects.
Hey, how about High School of the Dead, where we put all this fan service involving high school girls?
Core values. I understand different cultures doesn't make it right.
yeah, the screaming in the OST sums it up perfectly.
I don't get it.
I thought I heard screaming in the soundtrack.
Could have just been bird noises. I don't know. I'm not really listening. And honestly, this track I've never heard. Oh, wait a minute. It's probably during the wedding ceremony between the builder of Terrytown and the Gerudo woman that you hook him up with. Because that's the biggest thing with that's the biggest thing with Terrytown. It cultivates into a small settlement, and I've always loved side quests like this, but the main reward is getting to attend this guy's wedding with his new wife. And they're just so happy together, and it's really sweet.
Are you guys against fan service jokes? Honestly, numb what to fan service, honestly.
I am. The main thing I'm saying is I am.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
okay, it doesn't, like, I don't mind when a character's hot. So don't get my words crossed. I don't mind when a character's hot. It's just when that's all they are, and if it's just there for the sake of fan service, then I'm sorry, it's just a distraction. Get to the point. Because I am, first and foremost, all about, the characters and the story. If the writing is bad, and if the characters are interchangeable, then what's the fucking point of continuing? It's harsh, but those are my standards. Anyway,
I heard the first shot call out. Get down.
Like, honestly, with today's My Hero Academia episode, the English dub, I get that they're hot characters, but the boobs and butt shots were totally unnecessary. I was watching them and I was going like, fucking really?
Listen,
because it distracts me personally.
I mean, look, my whammon Midnight has a very nice set of assets.
And so does my Women Mount Lady, but that doesn't change the fact that someone took time to animate that butt jiggle. Like, ugh.
That man got a well-deserved paycheck.
And my thing is, because I know the internet has a big thing with twisting people's words for funnies, I'm not being prudish. I'm just saying that bothers me, because what's the point? I'm a very technical person, I guess. Okay, so let me read that. Wow, Jen, holy shit, you're not done. Miss Pasta Poltergeist, Pokey the Toxapex, Toasty the Emolga, Hades the Double, Cappy the Golduck, Spooter the Galvantula, Amethyst the Audino, Topaz the Luxray, Menanakia the Metagross, Base the Toxtricity, Dullaman the Dragalge, and finally, Vanilla the Gudra, Sphinx the Male Meowstic, Mimikyu the Mimikyu, Faye the Clefable, Sparky the regular Raichu, Marshmallow the Whimsicott, Cotton the Eldegoss. Wowsh. And yes, I did say wowsh.
Man, Jen, where did you possibly get all those shinies?
There you go. But yeah, that's definitely a lot more than what I could come up with.
What about Bayonetta? Bayonetta is a weakness of mine.
No. Yeah, like, Bayonetta's character surrounds more around, self-confidence, and definitely body positivity. Like, I respect Bayonetta, a lot, actually.
Which, honestly, I feel like that could be kind of said as the same thing, like, with that moment in My Hero, because, like, yeah, Midnight and Mount Lady are both very confident women.
Yeah, but that's where the dichotomy comes in. Something tells me that wasn't deliberate. As in, like, it wasn't written in my... I'm trying to get my thoughts across without coming across as, like, a tool. I was never good with my words, but, essentially, I don't feel like that was part of the original intention behind that scene. I think it was something the animators themselves threw in, not Horikoshi-san. Because, yeah, like...
Jordan, you say
what?
that, but do you know what Horikoshi's nickname is?
What, Horny Koshi?
Horny Koshi.
I mean, the main thing with his writing is that it's not the main focus. What?
No, I'm just sorry. I just find it funny.
What, my opinions?
No, just Horikoshi's nickname.
Okay, I thought it was something I did. Wouldn't be the first time.
Does Jordan hate Bayonetta? No.
I just said I didn't. I like her. Like, did you even listen to a word I just said?
The only objective terrible thing about MHA is Mineta.
Yeah, fuck Mineta. Destroy him.
So here be a Kamiko pose that I have just finished.
Yeah, like, I'm not accusing you guys or anything, but I just said that I like Bayonetta a lot because her main characteristic isn't just her sexiness, it's her confidence.
Now we move to a more depressing pose of Kamiko. He's all hungover.
Dolomam and seaweed and Irish. Hey, topical.
But yeah, like, honestly, like, with me when it comes to anything fan service, I'm just numb to it from just how much anime that I have seen.
And
it's
that,
like, oh,
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, look, it's Japan.
Yeah, it's like, that's fine. But you and I are totally different people. That's the main thing I want to say.
Yeah.
If you like fan service, good for you. I, however, do not. That being said, in the context of my story, yes, people have sex, not on screen, but they more than imply it. There are also characters, that are considered sexy, but, again, that's not the main thing I focus on with them. It's their other qualities. For example, I have a character who's a dancer. She's very sweet. She's really friendly and really flirty, but she's an entertainer first and foremost. And actually, with her growth, it's more of along the sidelines, but it's something. It's something with different stories is that once you notice it, you really begin to appreciate it in hindsight. So hopefully she's that way for you guys too. Once I get to that point.
No, Kamiko didn't drink, Mr. Maniac. He's not that kind of hungover.
Yeah, and Jen says, I don't mind a bit of fan service as long as it's not in my face every 5 seconds. Thank you! That's the main thing I'm trying to say. Like, again, I don't mind it I don't mind it as long as it's within the right place and time, I guess. It's weird.
Yeah. I also want to get this out there. If you're a person who thinks Boku no Pico is fan service, get out of my fucking face.
Why does that sound familiar?
It is a hentai about minors, and it's disgusting.
I am going to shoot them with crossbows dipped in poison.
The one they tried to use on Griffith.
Yeah, we did see that. Don't watch an anime called Boku. Okay. You know what it is? It's like I know what it is, but I spent all this time trying to block it out. So thanks for reminding me of it, I guess.
And it's like, oh no, you reminded me it existed. All right, time to take you out.
Time for my triggers to come back. Jordan, there's a video of some poor soul who watched it. Don't link it to me.
Can anyone see me? Yep, I see you, Gilligan.
I cannot because I don't believe you're on my stream.
Yeah, he's on my stream specifically. If you want to check out Jordan, he's streaming on Twitch, and the link should be in the description of this stream. Feel free to give him a follow if you like. He does some good stuff.
Have you heard of Redo of Healer? No, I've not.
I have heard the title. I have not seen anything from it. but I did hear that it was an anime that did go under some controversy.
Controversy, my favorite. Okay, so let me redo this pose because I'm not really liking this.
It's like, I think it was I think it was along the same lines as what happened with Goblin Slayer, where people are like, "Oh my god, this got so unexpectedly dark."
Is it more of along the lines of people missed the point and then they were like, "What were you expecting?" Or
I'm not certain, but like I know like every now and then like a new anime will come out and there'll be like this extremely dark thing that comes out where people are like, "Oh my god, this has become the most darkest thing ever produced out there," and meanwhile Berserk is laughing in Hayo.
Why do we? I really hope no one gets the same idea with mine, because being dark is the point. My story is not meant for children in the slightest. Like, people die. There are lots and lots of references that Twitch here would not appreciate me to say. There are also the gore. There's lots of gore. In fact, there's an entire arc where Alexandra finds herself exterminating mutant monsters.
Yep.
And she wears a suit to make sure she doesn't get mutated herself, because the very air in that hospital is highly mutagenic.
Yeah. Like, when it just comes to things like that, honestly, I'm just more so in the lines of like, I guess it's not a matter of if people are gonna do it, only when.
Yeah.
And you know, because the thing too is that I'm definitely much more on the lines of like, you know, I'm not gonna necessarily care too much if people are like, "Oh, this is really dark" and whatnot. I'm like, I mean, okay, I mean, it's kind of what I wanted to get across. Like, if it's a feeling you wanted to get across, then that's when it's fine. Because like if people are giving because if people are giving you that impression that, you know, wow, this is getting really dark and that was the intention, well, you did your job as a writer.
Yeah. Which Berserk was remembered for more than just its darkness. I'm aware of that. And who followed? Oh, Geelig and Stash. Thank you for following me. Rejuve Healer thinks that the 4-letter R word is okay as long as it's done to a terrible No! Rape is never okay in any context. Like,
okay,
no...
yeah.
Like, no one deserves that, even monsters. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just looking at a figure for a reference to draw off from. Okay, so... Okay, I think I got it. I think. Okay, so I need to sort of do a triangular motion? Okay, that makes sense.
Damn, sounds metal, the mutant monster part. Yeah! I'm tired right now. I haven't gotten back to playing Rocket, Xenoblade 1, or Sly 1 yet due to helping my parents get the house cleaned up. I at least have a little time to watch Sailor Moon Eternal. Alright. Well, at least you had time for something, Crystal Star Girls. I know I especially can feel kind of sour when I feel like a whole day has been wasted.
Yeah, like, I got up at 2 p.m. today. Basically, it was my fault. I stayed up too late, and, I made myself tired. Not to mention, we recorded, some things for Spiffy Needle Geeks last night, and that went on for a little bit, so...
Yeah.
We had fun. It's just, you know, it was out of our, schedule.
Yeah.
I just want to say that at least you aren't like Anita Sarkeesian, who hates any type of sexy female characters, even if they're calm to be more than just looks. To that, I'm going to spite her. And actually, you know what? Let me guys show you the dancer character. I know it's a bit out of left field, but this is the character I'm alluding to. You may have seen her before, but I showed her briefly as an NPC in this D&D game I DM'd called The Abode. So this is Ala Revere. She is a dancer, and yeah. My design philosophy is accentuate the character's personality. So she's an air djinn. Essentially, djinn are a race of genie, like, think benders from Avatar. In her case, she's an air djinn, and she has, like, innate aerokinesis. Out of all the magic casters in the world of Phantom of the Forest, it can be anyone, but different races have different magical affinities. They have among the highest, and they're the only race of beings who can conjure up their own magic without a focus. Every other like wizard or mage, like say Savarus Separate, Alexandra's best friend, and half-elf Elemancer. Elemancer being elemental specialist. She has this scepter here, and that's her magical focus. Without it, she can't cast magic. That said, however, being part elf, she has a naturally high magical affinity. So she's pretty powerful, even then. And I don't know about you guys, but yeah, that pose came out a lot better. It's just I need to fix the leg a tiny bit, and then we can move on.
You know, it also doesn't help that, you know, Anita Sarkeesian is a fucking dumbass.
Is she the same lady I'm thinking of? Didn't she, like... it's hard to put into words. She, tried to make a top 10 list or something?
She's a
tips?
game... Yeah, you're thinking of Lily Orchard.
Okay, totally different then.
Which, you know, she's a bag of worms altogether as well, but, you know, different person.
Wait, bag of worms? That's even worse. You meant to say can of worms.
No, I know what I said.
I know what I said.
But, no,
Does
basically...
feminist frequency ring a bell? No. Then again, I don't go out of my way to research shit.
Okay, so let me put it like this. She's a gaming journalist. That's
Okay.
red flag number 1.
Yeah, that's definitely a red flag.
She also doesn't play video games. Red flag number 2.
Oh boy.
And she's also one of those people... She's also one of those people who complains that boob armor is sexist.
What? I hate Lily more than Anita.
You know, totally fair.
I don't like either of them, but that's mostly because I don't care. Again, I don't always go out of my way to look up shitty things, unless if I'm really in the mood. Other than that, it's just like, you know, I have better things to do than just research why this person failed. Because the greatest thing you can do to your enemy is to deny they ever existed.
Well, time to head out. See you guys later. See you, Mr. Maniac, and he skadooshed himself.
Later. Ooh. I'm gonna have to clean that up.
He's just in the spirit realm.
But how is he gonna get out? She bitched about boob armor from the female Mandalorian from the Mandalorian. Oh, Bo-Katan. But that was always part of her design, and even then, it's not that obtrusive. It's just people were making it out to be a thing because they didn't watch the Clone Wars.
Yeah. And also,
I guarantee you, if they did, they still would have bitched about it.
Yeah. And you know, Some people just need the room.
Yeah, well, I guess back to Alex. You may notice that, well, her chest is rather small, but even then, she has a rather masculine build. Like Samus, she's toned. Because, you know, she was training to be a warrior since she was 6 years old. So I accentuated that from, like, her, arms, being defined, the fact that her breastplate, covers up her chest in a reasonable fashion. It does what it needs to protect her. Which is what all good armor should do. On the topic of boob armor, like, if it's really hugging you, then yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable no matter who you are. I'm pretty sure that even the Greeks, tried to make it practical, and the Romans, but the main thing here is that if a design works, then what's to complain about? My thing is that it should always accentuate a character.
She said Bayonetta's only good quality is being a mother. No.
False.
No, Bayonetta is also a major ass kicker.
Yeah, she can shoot guns with her feet. Her feet!
And she suplexed a dragon!
Yeah, what's not to love? Okay. She bitched about that even though it's not as extreme. Like, if you guys don't like something, fine. Just don't force your opinion down people's throats. Like, I don't like Xenoblade 2, but I'm not gonna tell you to not play it. If you want to play it, that's your choice. And if you can enjoy it, that's amazing. Don't let me stop you. The Romans fought bare-chested in arenas. The Celts actually were theorized to. It's hard to tell, but the Romans did intermingle with them, and then they also did trade with them. It's theorized that the Celts at one point fought, you know, bare-ass nude. They did eventually upgrade to, say, leather jerkins and typical European armor, but that's hard to say because after the Christians rolled in, they kind of fucked things up. I'm not saying fuck Christians, not at all. It's just those Christians at the time, they kind of messed up their culture, and they did their best to preserve it, to their credit, but there are so many stories from ancient Ireland that are just lost to the sands of time because of the context. Like, there's a story about the various invasions of Ireland, which talks about its origins. Well, quote-unquote talks about its origins, but it's hampered down due to the Christian revisions. Like, the Tuatha are demons now, not a race of fairies. And the Fomorians, well, they were always a race of demons. That's actually what I based these demons off of for Phantom of the Forest. But the context is all wrong, and it kind of ends up in a paradox, funny enough. Go watch Overly Sarcastic Productions video on the invasions of Ireland if you're interested. That's how I learned about it. Just be prepared for the continuity errors. Not from Red herself. I mean more the story that she's covering. Actually, if you want to support Red's endeavors in comic making, she's making a webcomic known as hang on, let me make sure I got the name right. Yes, Aurora. Go check out Aurora. She updates pretty frequently. Um, it's I still need to get stuck into it, but I'm excited from the sheer premise alone.
Man, I wish I had a comic.
And it's also a fantasy setting. And Brian, shut up.
But I do.
And let me fix the proportions a little bit. And I actually do need to go on BRB myself because I need to check on my dog Ozzy. So let's see what we have. Let's save what we have and
Remember to say frequent.
yes, that goes for any project. Save frequently. I can answer this question real quick. Say, have you gotten the sick bit of people comparing your own OCs to other characters? No, because people don't look at my content.
Yeah, you people should do that.
Yeah, I try to post whenever possible, but I don't have a lot of traction because one, I upload art on a semi-infrequent basis. Mostly because, you know, as a freelance artist, I'm trying to get myself off the ground. That's why I tend to self-promote my commissions and stuff. But yeah, I will be right back.
Okay. And I will answer that question myself when Jordan gets back. Oh, there goes those boomies out there. They've declared war on the 4th of July. They were waiting for this time, Biden. I guess you could say Biden. Okay, I'll shut up. That was bad. Yeah, look at that, Alex. She's about to cut open them diamonds. Them zombos. And you know what? Even after today, I can guarantee you they will still be launching those explosions. Like they always do. Because it doesn't need to be the 4th of July for them to explode things.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. And to answer, and I was gonna wait for you to get back to answer that question. If you get sick of your characters getting compared to other ones, I'm honestly so used to it at this point.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard the same thing where people just immediately say like, "Oh, Kamiko is just a ripoff of Mega Man," literally just because he has blue armor, and I'm just like, "Oh, like I guess Blue Ranger just get fucked then." He never happened.
Which actually, I guess I can answer this in my own way. I can definitely tell you that no character is 100% original. They're all inspired by something, you know, a friend you know in real life, a loved one you once knew, that bully in high school, or even a character you really enjoy. Like, Kragatoth, the main villain of my story, I'll pull him up for your convenience, is unabashedly based off of the Megatron from Transformers Prime in personality. You know, he's not only strong and dangerous, he's also exceedingly cunning, and he's got a lot of charisma, which is why he's able to amass a bit of a cult following. Difference is he has none of the redeeming qualities Prime Megatron has, where he was originally a gladiator on Cybertron who rose up to the ranks to promote a fairer society for the underclass workers. And for Megatron, he got too big for his britches and then demanded to be called the next Prime. And then when Optimus was named Prime instead of him, he swore he waged war because of it. So his ambition was his downfall. Kragatoth is what I consider to be a pure evil sort of individual. But he's no doubt based off of Megatron. But that's because I love that version of Megatron. He woke me up to the idea, wait a minute, I think I like Megatron as a character. Which, the Michael Bay movies didn't do a good job with, well, most Transformers, but the Decepticons essentially, especially because they're kind of just evil for the sake of being evil. They have no character, and Megatron himself isn't even that great.
What's that? Michael Bay failing at making a movie? You don't say.
They also made Optimus a total fucking psychopath.
Give me your face.
That's not Optimus. That's Boptimus Primal.
It's Nemesis Prime.
Yeah, it's Nemesis Prime, exactly. His evil knockoff clone.
It's like, hey, Optimus, want to hear a joke?
No. Yeah. That being said, I would say most of my characters are, they start off as bases for characters that already exist, but that's not how I wrote them as. They're their own characters. I hope they're their own characters, and that's basically where the similarities end.
Yeah. And I'll also say, like, in some instances with, like, some of my other characters, like Chrome, if people are like, oh, that looks like Spyro, yeah, that's the point.
Gordon Lagon is Bayformers except good. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I mean, you can always trust Gynax.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry, Big Mac. I just saw this. Did you answer this question yet, Brian? Big Mac asks, do you like Food Wars?
I don't watch Food Wars. I know of it. I haven't seen anything from it. I just know that it's food porn the anime.
Yeah, the only thing I know about it is that people apparently get horny over food.
Yeah. But one thing I will say though, it's like, funny enough, people like to. I've always had like at least one person a year just come to me and be like, oh, is this character just Mega Man? But it's funny because like, you see, it's like, yeah, it's a video game character, but it's the wrong one.
You do remember my OC Sylvia Star, right? I think so.
Yeah, because originally my idea of giving Kamiko blue armor actually came from Agent 9 the Space Monkey from Spyro. I was like, oh, but wait a minute, Agent 9's suit in the games wasn't blue. You're right, in the console games it wasn't. The Game Boy Advance version, on the other hand, yes it is.
Actually, the armor you see now is of my design. I helped him refine it.
Yeah, I just asked Jordan one day, yo, how would you make an interpretation of Kamiko's design? And he just gave me something like, you know what, I like this.
Yeah. Completely unprompted, I made him that. It was a fun challenge. that being said, Brian and I are definitely going to do a crossover story between Phantom of the Forest and Rise to Superior. With how my writing is going so far, I'm gonna have to talk to him about it in terms of time placement.
Yeah.
Because for those of you who do not know, we ship our characters, my Dora Caradwen, with his Ryono Sakudo. Like it. It also ties back into our experiences with D&D, where they ended up getting together.
Yes.
And actually, Dora herself, I'll pull her up too,
was very cute.
Yes, but she was originally just going to be an NPC, but you ended up liking her so much, I decided, you know what? Let's make a character out of her in Phantom of the Forest.
Well, she's a Blue Sea Star singer. Oh yeah, I remember her now.
Yeah, I remember her. But yeah, this is Dora. Well, keep in mind, when in the context of the D&D campaign, she and Riona were the same age, 19 years old. In my story, she's gonna start off 16, so I de-aged her to emphasize her growth as a character. Ideally, if we're gonna do a crossover, they would both have to be the same age.
Yeah.
So for the first part of my story, Dora's gonna be younger, and then that will still be written.
Also, yes, this is Ori music.
Yeah, I added it to the playlist because, well, why not?
Yeah. Dashing and bashing.
Dash 'em, bash 'em. I can't stop saying it. I'm unoriginal.
Crash 'em, bash 'em.
I will admit there are some nerd culture references in Phantom of the Forest. Happy Treason Day! Thanks, Rags. You know what? I don't blame him. Fuck, that got me. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck. I say that many people compared Sylvia Star to Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. Which I imagine it is annoying when your characters get compared with people. I mean, we were just talking about that. But yeah, it all depends on how you want the character to be interpreted. If people can't see that, well, that's their loss.
I just told Rags, listen, you may be correct.
No, what you should have said was, you're out of line, but you're right.
No, that was just what I said. It's like, listen, you may be correct. And that's it.
Yeah. I may not know much. That's it.
Happy America flexing their ego day. Okay.
America sucking their own dick day.
Yeah, this man does not speak for me. Yeah, that's why I asked that question earlier. Yeah, it does kind of become a bit of a common thing. Like, people will like see something and they just want to compare it to something to like make it easier to try to somewhat identify it. Like, I know
association.
Yeah, association. Like, I know, for instance, we had Ori music playing. People have actually made comparisons that Ori looks like Stitch.
Honestly, I didn't get that. I mean, yeah, the influence. I guess the influences are there, but that's not the basis of Ori's design. The main thing with Ori is that they were based off of, well, different woodland creatures, because they're a spirit guardian, so naturally they embody different types of creatures. They're a chimera of things like cats, deers, monkeys, things like that.
Yeah.
Ori is Ori, and that's what matters to me. They're my child, and I'm proud of them.
Yes. And Ori rubs up against you.
Ori, I may be bad at your game of Origin, but I still love you.
Loving Ori is a law, and you must obey it.
It's like if Kirby wants to be your friend, and you just broke a law by not being his friend.
It's like, how dare! Okay, I'm on this chat now. Okay, Crystal Star Girl.
Hello.
I think the craziest character design I've done as a character from a story I still need to finish, Diatful Nobel, where half his body is black and the other is white due to severe radiation.
Well, that's a hot damn from me. I can't really tell people about what crazy designs I made up, because that would be a spoiler.
But don't you remember Lily Orchard? Spoilers aren't important.
I will cut you, Lily Orchard. Don't actually cut people. That's evil.
No.
I meant it as an accentuation of my point. Here's the thing about me, for those of you just watching. I'm a very sarcastic person. Chances are, if I say something outlandish, I likely don't mean it wholeheartedly. And I know my tone of voice can come across as a little abrasive, but I'm not an abrasive person by nature, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, like all those times he compliments me, that's sarcasm.
Lillian and Anita are two of the many people I hate. Very fair. Okay, let me change this up a little bit. There we go.
I also would like to bring to people's attention that yesterday, Jordan has caught up with Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I got done, yeah, like he said, watching the remainder of the 5 episodes we have so far, and understanding that it takes place in hell. I would say the humor is very on point. I really like Millie out of all the characters, mostly because, I don't know, I like to be attached to the oddballs of the cast. It's been a thing with me for years, but, I don't know, Millie seems sweet. I like her. Although, never ever split her up with Moxie, because they are perfect together.
Jinky.
Yeah. Blitzo's also great in his own way, although I will admit, if I worked under him, I would lose my patience pretty fast. But that's just me. But yeah, I know that it and Has Been Hotel aren't a lot of people's cup of tea, but it's either because, one, it's legitimately not just their thing, or B, they just want to be offended.
Yeah. Which, yeah, the only thing that we really have of Has Been Hotel right now is the pilot still.
Yeah, that's also another thing. Help the Boss, despite being a spinoff, kind of surpassed it in terms of episode numbers.
Yeah.
Well, all we know is that Has Been Hotel is greenlit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else past that. Lily's just annoying, and Nita just makes me feel uncomfortable as a woman with a... Yeah, that... She's rude. I mean... I have faith in you guys that this discussion won't turn into a big, oh, what a world conversation, because, there's always been people who are just offended by the tiniest things, like, long before Tumblr existed, long before they migrated to Twitter. It's just, I guess, Tumblr popularized it.
Yeah, Tumblr was kind of just known for, like, having, like, a lot of its issues in terms of drama and whatnot, and then once that went down, they just migrated to Twitter.
Right.
A shot rang out!
We're under attack! Ah!
We're at war, man. Yeah, it's like I'm surprised to let your drunk ass out of rehab. I see you're still a drunken whore clinging that Beelzejuice bottle like it's the last cock in hell.
He said to Shantae.
Yeah. Actually, when we're done streaming, there's a short video I gotta show you where it's called Blitz being Brandon Rogers.
All right.
Yeah, in case you don't know, yeah, Brandon Rogers is the guy who does voice Blitz, and he's been known for like making comedy sketches on YouTube that are very funny.
All right then.
Like, welcome to Paraplegia, stupid. What are you? Your worst fucking nightmare, bitch. Hey, did you smoke before coming here? No, I don't! Yep, it's the 4th of July, all right.
Yeah, it's certainly a thing.
I think I smell a barbecue going on there somewhere.
Wow, wish I had one of those. I kind of only ate ramen noodles today. I mean, I topped it with leftover steak and soft-boiled eggs, but yeah.
I know for dinner I had chicken pot pie.
Nice. I guess, for anyone who uses editing software or audio software, we should tell you, don't keep Audacity on your hard drives, please. They just turned it into spyware. It's more accurately, they, made some shady deals, and essentially they're legally, allowed to, spy on you. You know, use your data and then sell it, to the highest bidder.
Apparently that only goes to the more recent versions of Audacity.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's a risk I'm personally not willing to take, because, the idea of my privacy getting invaded, well, anyone's privacy getting invaded as well, is not something I'm comfortable with.
I know at least my version is not recent, so I don't think my program is at risk of that.
Well, the main thing is I don't condone being complacent about this sort of thing. But yeah, while that issue is mitigated somewhat with older versions, the fact that it exists at all is inexcusable.
And I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
That being said, I uninstalled it like right away.
You don't want to get my information and sell it to Amazon.
I mean, I do use Amazon a lot. I wish I didn't have to. I wish anyone didn't have to, but Amazon is genuinely useful. But if I had an alternative, I would take it. But that's comparing two different things, an audio software and Amazon. But it's gonna make a lot of content creators' lives hell if they do download the update. And it's just, why on earth would you do this, Audacity? You fucking idiots.
World's Collide 27 asks, what's the name of the song it's playing right now?
Lost Painting from Symphony of the Night.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard probably a good thing I didn't get that program, thankfully. Yeah, you're better off looking for alternatives.
No, so Anita will never agree to that because she doesn't want to be proven wrong. Any women that's disagreeing with her, she will ignore and block them and will focus on the mans that criticize her and that they're bullying her, sadly. Well, she's dumb.
I mean, to be fair, no one should be bullied, but people should also be held accountable for their actions.
It's like, yeah, no one should be bullied, but like if you're gonna consider like people calling you out for a discussion as bullying, you're fucking stupid. And you need to get out of your and you need to stop being a snowflake. It's like if you're gonna put an opinion out there on the internet, expect someone to come along the lines and have some form of a disagreement. Because that's just gonna happen.
Okay, so page 1 seems to be done and dusted. All right, so I'm gonna do a thing here. Let me just find the right. Wait, where is it? Cursor. There you are. All right.
Even though, let's be real, our privacy is already invaded.
That is, unless you get DuckDuckGo. I've been using it ever since I found it, and what it does is essentially, it ensures that if there are privacy trackers on a website, it'll tell you, and it will also grade the site that you're on. So it doesn't completely mitigate tracking, but it does help you be aware of who and what is tracking you. It's a really good tool. I downloaded it for Google Chrome.
I would like to emphasize that this is not a sponsorship.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's non-profit to begin with, but yeah, you can download it on your toolbar at any time. It doesn't cost you anything. Ideally, you want a VPN if you're definitely looking to protect your identity and information. I definitely need to get a VPN one of these days. But yeah, definitely look into DuckDuckGo. I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Wait, Jordan, what's that over there? Oh no, it's me, Spuns!
It's me, Spuns! Or, wow, it's been World Anvil the whole time! I haven't used my World Anvil for a long time. I guess I just haven't grown accustomed to its layout yet. I need to give it another chance. There it is. I was like, wait, where did my pen go? Okay.
Where did it
Page 1 has been lined, so let's go and save this.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay, let me just do that. We'll save it again just to be safe. My idea with these comics as well is that I was thinking of doing them monthly, so definitely keep an eye out for this one.
Gordon, I'm not ready to be 28. I don't want to be old.
Wait, I'm gonna be 28 too. Fuck!
I don't want to be old. I'm gonna die.
Oh wait, oh my god. I'm having one of those moments. Am I 27? Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I'm 27. I'll be 28. I'll be 28 soon.
Jordan, I'm gonna die.
You won't die. 30 isn't old. It's not.
I'm not gonna
everyone who says that 30 is old are lying to you and themselves.
But I'm not gonna have time.
Then you gotta make time. No one can make it for you.
I can't.
If you want to make the comic, you gotta make the comic.
I can't make time. I'm not Jesus.
Neither am I. And you know, with my grievances with Xenoblade 2, by the way, I actually legitimately love its soundtrack. Yes, I'm distracting from the point.
I just like this, like, I'm not Jesus either. So anyway, if I see Xenoblade Chronicles 2's music.
because I know you're gonna keep harping on it.
Stanley started his success at age 42. Yeah, but he's talented.
And I'm just looking at you going like, that's not helping. I just realized that Ghoul had a bit of a continuity error. There we go.
Yes, fireworks. I hear you. You're exploding.
Yes, fireworks. It's nice that you're here, but shut up.
I can't imagine how Cece's feeling about this.
Yeah. I know Ozzy's not the biggest fan of fireworks either. And I know Blue's probably freaking out by now.
Well, animals in general are very fond of, like, extremely loud noises.
You mean they're sensitive to loud noises?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their hearing is, like, a lot better than ours.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So, Jordan, the salvage's code.
Shut up. What? I don't like Rex. I don't hate him, I don't care for him either. Which, God, if I ever do a Xenoblade 2 stream, guys, just be used to me lambasting the game the whole way through. It's just gonna happen. And if you're not ready for that, then I would probably recommend you to not watch, because I don't like the game at all. but I gotta do it out of obligation at some point.
Otherwise, Mithra will taunt me.
Fuck Mithra. I'll also say this. Mithra is my least favorite Xenoblade character. Yes, worse than Tatsu. In fact, on the topic of Transformers Prime, RC is everything I wanted Mithra to be, but she's not.
Meanwhile, I will admit that Mithra is one of my fictional crushes.
You could do so much better, but it's your opinion. Just know that I'm judging. Silently.
Judge me louder.
No.
Hurt me more, Snake.
Okay, now you're getting a little kinky. Stop it.
I'm going crazy.
By the way, do you know of Emperor Lemon? Oh, he also took a risk with Fantastic Four, and now look what happened! Oh, that is horrible! But, yeah, on that note, poor Fantastic Four.
Seriously?
Like, I legitimately like them. You know, ignore the movies. The idea of a superhero family was, at their time, unheard of, but now that things like The Incredibles have existed and done better than the Fantastic Four, things like that, it's just, like, goddamn, can they ever catch a break?
Nope. Because Reed Richards is a dick.
Especially his Ultimate counterpart. Like, Ultimate Reed Richards is one of the main antagonists of the Ultimate universe as a whole. Like, yeah, he became evil and ditched his team. And actually, the Thing and the Invisible Woman got together in that universe. And they had more of a love story than Reed did with Sue.
Could you say that they're having some clobbering time?
Okay, not every relationship has to be about sex. What's wrong with you? Do you think people should be agreeing with anything the Punisher says and does? I'm personally not the biggest fan of the Punisher. Personally, he's just not my thing, but I understand his motives, and when it comes to the real freaks of the world, his methods are extreme, but yeah, I can agree with his sentiments. I don't like his methods. Then that means you're a pussy! No. And Dr. Doom represents Fantastic Four. Believe it or not, Dr. Doom, in the comics anyway, is a surprisingly good ruler. He's actually the king of Latveria, a fictional country in the Marvel Universe. It has a lot of those. I don't know why. It just does. But, yeah, he's a great ruler. He provides for his people, but he's also an A-tier supervillain.
Actually, it's funny because I was talking with Dr. Crafty like I think a couple of weeks ago about how odd that how some of the Marvel universes cross over together, but like the way that they view like certain groups within Marvel just don't make sense as they're all interconnected.
Yeah, that's kind of the biggest risk with interconnected universes.
Yeah, like one of the things we brought up is like, so people are perfectly okay with Spider-Man being around with superpowers, but the X-Men are the one who get it ridiculed because they were born with their powers.
You know, when you put it like that, that makes no sense. I mean, let's be fair here. Spider-Man, more often than not, is labeled a menace, but that's mostly because of J. Jonah Jameson printing libel about him.
Yeah, and technically speaking, Peter is a mutate.
Yeah, he's not a true mutant. Like, he got his powers from a genetically altered spider.
Yeah.
You know, radiation or
like,
just genetic tampering otherwise.
Yeah, but you know, the masses trust Spider-Man, but then when it comes to the X-Men, they get ridiculed for their powers being called freaks. It's like, okay, but why though?
Actually, interesting note, speaking of Spider-Man, his daughter Spider-Girl, when the Sentinel tried to identify her, it was confused whether or not she's a mutant or not. Cause, since, I may be remembering this wrong, but, either her or Peter were labeled as, I think irregular? Like, they couldn't make heads or tails whether they were mutants or not, but they just know that their bodies are altered somehow.
Racism, that's right. No, it doesn't even make sense to call it racism, because why are they perfectly okay with Spider-Man but not the X-Men?
Okay. But you had to remember, the X-Men were made in an effort to call out racism. It's just
I get that.
Gone about in a half-hearted way. It's strange.
Well, I get that, but then when you like connect all the Marvel universes together, it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, which honestly, with that in mind, X-Men is better as a standalone universe.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, now that Disney owns Fox Entertainment, is kind of gonna be a little messed up.
Yeah, like it's as Crafty said, it's almost like these were stories that weren't supposed to be in multiple different universes and are supposed to be their own standalone stories.
Yeah, which honestly, I mean, some heroes work well together in terms of composition. Like, what's the Street Heroes group name again? You know, with Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. What are they called again?
Fuck, I know what you're talking about. I need to...
I know they work well with Spidey, because, you know, they're all street-level heroes, like him.
Yeah.
So, if they're gonna connect any universes, I'd rather them connect those. Yeah, it can work, depends on the writer. But even then, Marvel has this problem where, with the main universe, 616, it has a rolling timeline. So, unlike DC, which reboots their stories once every few years, Marvel keeps going and going and going and going. So, you live in the same universe where Peter gave up his marriage to the devil to save the life of his Aunt May.
Also,
and it's also in the same universe where Captain America had a human head embedded in his chest.
Also, Lee found his life says Nia is good waifu. You know what? Yes, she is.
Yeah, I like Nia. I don't consider her waifu material though. That's Pyra. Wait, is it because her town theme is playing or something? Torgoth?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I like Nia. I don't like her that much.
I do, but then again, you know, I like my kitties.
But you know what? I don't want to make this another Xenoblade 2 hate discussion, because I've done that plenty of times, and it's getting pretty sickening. Because, the thing with it is that it went from I love the game to I like the game to I don't like it as much as I thought I did, and then just hatred and then ambivalence.
Captain America has a head in his chest. Damn, Marvel has a lot of more weird shit than I thought.
Well, the MCU may be a lot of things. I will say that the way they handled Captain America was perfect. Well, Steve Rogers, more likely. More specifically, I mean. Like, out of all the characters in the MCU, Steve has been the most consistent. I guess it also is because he has a rather simple personality. He's the big good, essentially.
He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah, he's a Boy Scout, which is the overly simplified way of saying compassionate, kind, the paragon hero, the kind of person you want to emulate, the role model. Steve Rogers is just so wholesome, and he definitely earned his happy ending in Endgame.
Yeah.
He and Peggy deserved a future together.
Yes.
From what I've seen of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the biggest hurdle was filling his shoes, because hardly anyone can. But if you know your comics, you'd know that Sam Wilson fits the bill pretty well, like even better than Bucky in some ways. Although he did become Cap himself at one point. Don't I forget, didn't Spider-Man work with Loki a few times? I'm not sure.
Who hasn't Spider-Man worked with at this point?
What do you think about people getting mad at the creator of the superhero series The Boys, criticizing the MCU despite them being fans? I think they're being silly.
It's like, oh no, fans criticizing work that they like? Oh no, it's almost as if they want it to succeed.
Here's my mission statement. If you love something, you gotta be willing to make fun of it.
Yeah. I do so.
Yeah, like, well, I guess even with me, even I pick apart things about the things I love. I can't really cite any examples right now, but I can even tell you that even Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has a few things that bug me, and there are some things that I personally think they could have done better, but you have to understand also, those moments are few and far between for me. It's my favorite game, so I'm gonna forgive it.
It's also just one of those things where it's like, I just generally get annoyed whenever I hear someone just complain about how, oh my god, you're making fun of it, you must hate it. No.
Like, I hate it because I love it. Like, that's why we give other M such a hard time.
Yeah. Well, not even so much, we make fun of it because, we hate it. But it's just that, no, I make fun of it because it's something that I can poke fun at because it's really funny. Like how easy it is to break Ori.
Speaking of Ori. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a comic panel where Spider-Man and Loki were on a rooftop eating hot dogs and just talking, I think. That I don't remember. Then again, I'm not as big of a comic reader as, say, Heaton, a friend of ours. So she could probably shed light on that, but, I will say, I kind of like the idea of Spider-Man and Captain Marvel getting together. I did see a comic panel of them doing something similar, where they were on a date and it just didn't go well because they kept getting distracted with hero work. Peter felt bad, and then they got on the discussion where, hey, they're both foodies, so let's just get a hot dog.
Yeah. I will say one that I do enjoy is the one comic where, to get back at Reed Richards for being a shit husband, Susan Storm went on a date with Spider-Man.
Which I question because, believe it or not, Spidey and the Fantastic Four have had a pretty long history together. Like, they consider Peter a part of their extended family. And actually in their first comic together, they were fighting each other. Due to a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, the boys made fun of the female team-up scene in Avengers Endgame. Yeah, you know what? In hindsight, that scene was kind of, poorly done. Like, it was nice to have, but when you think about it, critically, it felt rather, pessimistic in the sense that, oh, we better put this scene in the movie, otherwise the ladies won't put their butts in the seats. And, like, Can
Like, look at
can
all
you
our
can you not do that, directors and producers?
Like, look at all the female representations, guys.
Like, you can either just write your story and center it around a female cast and do it well, just by writing them as characters, don't make them token girls, or you just not do it at all.
Yeah, because I know, like, one of the main characters in that lineup was Mantis, and it's like, who?
As someone who thinks Mantis is fucking adorable, fuck you, Drax, I will admit, she's not much of a fighter, so why is she here?
Yeah, like, not even just that, they don't really do much with her.
Yeah, or Black Widow. And she's getting a movie posthumously. It's like, the how it should have ended video on Endgame does it best. It's like, I don't get to do anything!
Yeah. And then, you have Captain Marvel leading the whole thing, which was, they ended up turning her into a giant Mary Sue.
Which sucks because she's one of the funniest characters in the comics, like, on the level of Spidey.
Yeah, like, really her only flaw within the movie is the patriarchy won't let her go loose. It's like, fucking really?
It also has one of the female superheroes being a Nazi. Holy shit.
Yeah. I am Iron Man.
Boom.
Hello, guy from Brawl Fan who only covers characters who have sidekicks. Hello there, Diamond Warrior, and hello, Lorenzo. Was Other M that bad? Yes.
Yes. Speaking as a Metroid fan, it was horrible. Speaking specifically, it tried and failed to incorporate the storytelling elements introduced in the Metroid manga, which is a very, very good manga. It takes place during Samus's first adventure on the NES, the first Metroid. But the problem with the incorporation in Other M is that before this, it wasn't part of the main canon, and the biggest thing people harp on is the PTSD scene with Ridley. If this took place in the beginning of the series, like, say, Zero Mission, then yes, Samus having a freak out makes perfect sense. But here's the thing, Other M takes place after Super Metroid. She's fought Ridley countless numbers of times and was absolutely fine. There was no scene like this even in the Prime series, which takes place in between Return of Samus and Super Metroid. So her reaction makes no fucking sense, because the manga wasn't even incorporated in the writing at that point. It was all, environmental storytelling, which Metroid thrives off of. The fact that they introduced it too late, too little, just makes Samus look like a weakling. Honestly, Samus's characterization was just terrible in that game overall. Although the Japanese script does clarify things better, it doesn't change how sucky the story itself is, but it does shed light on different characterizations and relationships, like, namely, Adam and Samus. Do you prefer Metroid Prime? No, I love all the Metroid games. Like, the side-scrollers and the Prime series, I love them all. Just skip Other M. You have no reason to play it. Honestly,
hello,
if you were...
Jordan Carroll.
Hey, honestly, if you were to ask me what female superhero I like the most, it's Sailor Moon. Yeah. When it comes to female superheroes, I would say Wonder Woman. Which I know is a classic, example, but, when they get Wonder Woman right, they really get it right. It's just a
Wonder
shame
Woman
that
was, like-
she's often teamed up with other heroes.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was like the one movie that DC put out there where it's like, okay, you know what? This was actually good.
Yeah, it's like, hey, they actually tried this time.
Look, it's like, it's funny. It feels like any time, because it's like some of their other movies. Because like I know Aquaman was well received, Shazam was well received. And it's like whenever they do solo movies involving some of the other DC characters, they do fine. It's when they try to do things nowadays with Batman and Superman or try to team up these characters is when they suddenly make crap.
Here's the thing, Brian. Those writers actually knew what they were doing. And the main thing with superhero movies is that, like Marvel before them, they acknowledge what they're writing is stupid, so they're gonna have fun with it. That's how a superhero movie should be and always will be. At the same time, yes, you can make it serious. Like Captain America and the Winter Soldier. A prime example on how to do mixed tones. Because the main antagonist of the movie, Bucky, the main plot is about Steve reaching out to Bucky in order to stop him. So that's the emotional heart of the movie. And that's the main thing here. Characters make the movie, not spectacle.
Do you fellas play fighting games? You already know my answer to that, Lorenzo.
As for mine, no. They piss me off. Like, Smash Brothers, didn't used to piss me off, but ever since, its Punish game got super hard in Ultimate, I just can't play it anymore without, coming close to breaking my controller. Like, I had to stop for my own sanity.
Yeah, Hit Sun sucks.
Which, that doesn't really mean the game itself is bad. It's not. It's just I can't play it physically. And, let's see. Gilligan, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'll say it again. It would have been fine if it was introduced beforehand in a previous game. Like, I don't know how they would do it with, the GBA limitations. They were able to do a really good job with Fusion. It's just, the execution is what pissed me off. There's nothing wrong with Samus having PTSD. Speaking as a writer myself, Alexandra has mental health issues. And it comes up many times, but let me finish. My problem with Samus Another M is that it wasn't told well and it wasn't incorporated well, and that's where the criticisms come in. There's nothing wrong with the premise, it's the timing.
My question is, when did Other M take place again?
After Super Metroid. I just said that. And
how many times has she fought Ridley since then?
Countless times. I'd say either 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, so, I don't know, I feel like at that point, Ridley comes back and she's just like, oh, look,
oh, thanks, Diamond Warrior. Hello, Kooky. Oh, please, Kooky is my father. Call me Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, what? Oh, Diamond Warrior also followed me. Hello.
Okay, you were saying?
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, I feel like if you fought someone like that many, if you fought and quote-unquote killed someone that many times, they just keep coming back, the next time they come back, Samus probably wouldn't have PTSD, she'd just be like, how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people! Yeah, that's my thing too. Again, the fact that she's conquered her demons many times, it's gonna, dilute the effect. That's just how it is. Fuck that story.
Also, El Armadillo Errante, hola, ¿cómo está la fiesta? It's bueno.
while I do have my problems with the original anime, Sailor Moon in both the two animes have their amazing moments, and can feel like a character that has girls can relate to. She isn't perfect, but grows to be a leader to her team, and yeah, yeah, like, the main thing about Samus is that most of her characterization in the games has been implied. You know, she looks out for the little guy because she was once a little guy. She's, you know, kind of compassionate, but she's also a terrifying monster in battle. Because she was raised by the Chozo, a race of philosopher warriors. And not only was she, you know, given their blessings, she was also chosen to be their, you know, main legacy. So she's definitely a warrior with a poet's heart. And, yeah, she does have a reputation of blowing up planets. She'll do... if more often than not, Samus will try and save the planet she's currently traveling on. Planet Ether is a good example. In Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Not only did she manage to save the planet of Ether, everyone on the planet was thankful to her. And she didn't ask for any rewards or anything like that. She just gave them a wave and said goodbye. So we can also tell that Samus is a very humble person. You know, despite how sad she is. Imagine fighting a 20-foot dragon and having PTSD. Couldn't be me. And yeah, I will say that, Other M's, only saving grace is its gameplay. It's not the best Metroid game by a long shot. God, no. You're better off playing any other Metroid game. But it has interesting ideas, and they did carry over in, Samus Returns.
Have any of you here played the King of Fighters games? No. I've never actually played, like, an actual King of Fighters games. I do know of the characters, though.
And I also just said that I don't play fighting games. They piss me off.
That being said,
I'm getting Metroid Dread. Good. Yes. Do that.
Yeah, that being said, I fucking love Dudley's story of why he entered the Street Fighter competition.
Who's Dudley?
Dudley is a boxer.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Hold on, I'll show you. He is very suave.
Yeah, like, my knowledge on fighting game characters is super limited because, well, I haven't had much exposure to the genre to begin with. I mean, there was Mortal Kombat, but, you know, I was also raised to never play games like that because it's violent. Anyway.
So yeah, that's Dudley.
Oh, that dude, okay.
Yeah. Dudley is a good old chap.
Okay, I'm on my phone and I restarted my Wi-Fi because I'm not sure what's going on. My connection didn't fall down, so maybe it's something on your end.
I blame fireworks. Someone shot your connection down.
Oh, fuck. Crystal Stargirl's connection, not mine. I'm pretty sure my connection's fine. I hope it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now.
I am Brandon RDA, but now they call me El Armaldio. Nice.
I think that's a joke.
Honestly, I kind of wish that, you know, we did a better job in terms of, like, trying to make learning another language, like, better.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't take any language courses because I, as a kid, wasn't encouraged to, and that sucks because now I really want to learn languages like Japanese and, you know, Celtic, you know, Gaelic.
Yeah, well, like, the problem is, like, it was actually a required course, but it's so, like, in high school, but it's so weird how they just never pushed it. It's like, okay, you're gonna make these a thing, but, like, And the thing too, they try to say things like, oh, like we'll start out with like some easy words and whatnot, but after some time, we're going to make it a thing where you're only allowed to speak that language once you're here. We never did that.
Mortal Kombat isn't violent. It just shows blood, bones getting broken, and people dying, and people being fed their own entrails, vomiting up their own entrails. Wait a minute.
Oh, my dad does that with me all the time.
What, vomit up his own entrails?
Yeah, doesn't yours?
What the fuck? No?
I guess you're just a weirdo then.
Anyway, I would say something about the language thing, but they threw me in the special needs course for some reason, so I never had to take one.
Huh.
I think it's mostly because I'm autistic, and they thought, and I guess my parents thought it was a viable reason to put me in special needs. It's not. I got patronized to fuck when I was a kid. So that's why that's one of the many reasons why I'm no nonsense now.
Imagine just having no idea how to raise an autistic kid.
They didn't. Still don't. Yeah, I apologize for the baggage. It's just, I gotta speak my mind.
Yeah.
Hang on. Gotta draw Alex's body because I didn't do that for the thumbnail. Ugh.
Mortal Kombat is rated E.
In some universe, I'm sure.
And Kirby's rated M.
Yeah, Marks can be a little creepy in the right lighting.
And then you go to Kirby 64. Blood.
I'd say Kirby 2. That's where it started. Honestly, Kirby 64 takes a lot of cues from the different Kirby games at the time. Oh, CC alert. CC cameo.
Oh, she hit me with the fireworks. Okay.
Kirby is a god, and since Kazuya got in Smash, Kirby can get the Devil Gene. That makes Kirby the god and devil. My god. Kirby 64 is actually one of my favorites. Yeah, me too. Okay, I think I need to replay the soundtrack. Not that I mind.
My mom asked me when was the last time I took a shower. Literally today.
Okay. Oh, and I guess we can add A Song of Ice and Fire to one of my inspirations. For those of you who don't know, that's the basis of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This is actually a song in one of the books. Yeah, George R.R. Martin went out of his way and made a song in his work. That is impressive. I wish I could do that consistently, but I can't yet. Because I do have bards in my world, so I need to get better at songwriting. I really want to to consistently do it.
Yeah. You know what, Armaldio, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about not speaking English much, because let's be real here, even some of us Americans don't speak English well.
I mean, to be quite fair, English is an amalgam of different languages. It has too many rules, and it's kind of a mess. So,
just like everything else, we steal things.
Specifically, back to the song. I love this version of Hands of Gold. It's just so good. Stealing away in the darkness. Like, I just get so lost in it. No high notes games to be played there. I apologize for my terrible singing, but it's just, holy shit. This is a good composition. What's English? I have no idea. View from
Is that a type of snack?
Yeah, it is, but it's pretty gamey, honestly.
Oh. Well, now I don't like it, and I want to.
It tries to be too many things at once. Yeah, well, I can speak English. I can't speak English normally. Exactly.
Yeah. I take a job application and I write sus.
Nunny.
Don't actually write sus on your job applications. You will not be hired.
Yeah, don't meme, please.
I still laugh at the one story my mom told me one time where she was looking at an application and shit you not, somebody actually wrote an emoji.
Oh, I just remembered something. So, the song that's playing right now is, The Fields of Ardskadiga from Witcher 3. Well, pretty much what I'm doing. It's a Celtic-inspired, setting in the Witcher universe. But the song that's playing is a remix of a traditional Scottish song known as Fiarabata. It's about a, lonely woman, awaiting her husband who's gone at sea, and it talks about how worried she is about him never coming home. And I just find that really poetic. I'm not sure if I can play this without getting, yelled at by Twitch, but there's a cover of Fiarabata that I need you guys to look up. And listen for yourself. Hang on, let me look up her name.
I put these nuts on my job application and got hired. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the only requirement you need to work at Hooters.
What the fuck? Anyway, okay, the cover's by Alison Helzer. And I will type this for everyone's convenience. So I'll type it here, and then Brian, you can share this with the chat as well. Fiarabata. And here you guys go as well. Look that up. Look up Alison Helzer's cover of it. I guarantee you're gonna love it. Those fireworks love it.
Oh, I hear them on your end now.
Yeah.
It's a trend, honey.
And it's one of the main reasons why I want to learn Gaelic at some point, because not only is it the language of my people, it's also a beautiful language, despite the fact that it has 3 different systems. Because, for example, if you want to pronounce. If you want to say one word, there's a chance you're going to get the dialect wrong in another region in Ireland. It's just one of its quirks, I guess. I put OK Boomer on my Microsoft application and got hired. That's a war storm, Mark.
Jordan, Moody made 1010 appear.
Why are you playing on synthbots while you're streaming?
Jordan, don't say the S word on Twitch!
I can say whatever I want. Fuck the system. Let that be a warning to anyone who dares cross a gladiator of Charon! Be they Decepticon or Autobot!
Jordan, do you want to keep your Twitch?
I don't know. Do I?
I don't know. I just left for a small bit because I knew it wouldn't take too long.
I'm mostly teasing you. Then what were you doing for the other half? Being an idiot.
Silently judging because who likes 1010? I do.
You know, sometimes I can be too much of a rebel for my own good. But then I remembered I don't care.
You know, I just thought of that, and the thing is,
I don't really care. Yeah. Thank you, Wilt, for standing up for yourself.
Yeah, thank you for standing up to Blue, who is an asshole.
Actually, I think because, you know, I was that kid who always resonated towards Paragon-type characters, I think the only reason I didn't like Blue is because I didn't like how they immediately changed his personality after the pilot movie. He was much sweeter in that, and then he became a dick, and I was like, hey, what the fuck? Oh, no, I didn't say that, but...
Like, why is he gaslighting Wilt?
Yeah, it didn't make sense to my young brain.
And then along came Bendy.
I don't have a Twitter, so I'll just put it here. I have an idea for what if character was in Smash. Do Ratchet and Clank that for Realm War since he loves sidekicks. I'm just gonna say I'm not really an authority on Smash characters, because, one, I don't like Smash anymore. Second of all, it's more of BJ's thing.
Yeah, like, honestly, if you want it, just post that comment on one of BJ's videos. He'll see it.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to suggest it to anyone, suggest it to him.
Because I can tell you firsthand, yes, he does look at every single comment.
Oh, by the way, I was done with cleaning. I was searching up any Sly Cooper facts and unreleased games history because I was bored and found some interesting things. Go ahead and share, Crystal Star Girls. Also, the Hyrule, this old Hyrule Symphony that's playing right now, it's also another great soundtrack you guys need to look up. It was made, I believe, to commemorate the release of Ocarina of Time way back in the day, and it could be a little. It could be a little not as that old, but I still like it. That's what I'm trying to say. Actually, I wanted to tell you guys something about Tekken 7 that's very intriguing. What's up?
If it's that all Mishimas are evil, I already know that.
Or if it's about how the whole plot is a giant clusterfuck, I already know that too. And I don't want context, it's funnier that way.
Unless it's about Josie, because he's like
guys, I'm gonna draw so much blood for this. But yes, I wasn't kidding about the gore. This is a head stump, and if you don't believe me, it's still a head stump.
But yeah, I don't think I have to speak for Jordan. He can confirm whether or not I am telling the truth, but I know he likes Josie.
Josie's adorable.
Yes. Huh? Sorry about her constant crying thing.
If you want to be hired as a Twitch thought, say yes, Daddy, on stream, and you'll be hired. Fuck you.
Well, he just said it.
The fact that they made Akuma part of the Tekken lore despite him being a Street Fighter character.
Oh yeah, Akuma is a part of Tekken lore now.
Oh, and I heard Blue, so let me get her in my room a sec. Won't be able to hear you guys for a bit.
Hey, Blue, come on in. Come on. Wanna go hide? Are the fireworks scary? Are they scaring you? It's okay. Shh. Go hide.
Speaking of Tekken, I made King 2 in WWE. Cool. Also, I just saw that clip of BJ and Brandon punching her Incineroar at the same time. Yeah. I'm never playing King again. I learned my lesson.
I remember Pac-Man and Tekken versus Street Fighter. Why did you remind us of that? I didn't want to remember.
But Jordan, what about box art Mega Man?
But you forced our hand.
Also, on top of that, speaking of Tekken, Eliza is adorable, and I love her.
Pluie.
It's like, oh, I'm just gonna take a quick power nap 500 years later.
What about Mega Man and Tekken vs. Street Fighter? No, that's not Mega Man. You know it, and Capcom knew it too, but they did it anyway.
I like to imagine like Kazuya just enters into Smash, and it's like he looks at Mega Man. Oh, dude, you feeling better from last night? Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Like you went from being a 10-year-old to a middle-aged man. It's kind of creepy,
Oh
to
my
be
God.
honest. Roll did that too. Don't add too much detail because this is supposed to be far away.
Oh, I find it interesting now that ever since I got Palutena with Mude, suddenly I'm getting all my Wish characters now. I think Mude is surrendered.
I mean, honestly, ever since I got Melia, I didn't really care to keep going. I don't know. I guess I'm just using it to. I guess it's out of obligation. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's strange. It passes the time. But I will admit that it is nice to get characters like Samus and you know, but I already got the one I wanted, Melly.
And you also have Sypha.
Yeah. So after the third game, there was a Sly game for the PSP because there was some concept art online that I need to look into more. And then someone on Twitter with the person on the Sly No Context page found a pitch for a Sly Cooper game for the Vita that was very different. So like before Thieves in Time was a thing? I'm surprised characters like Pac-Man, Mega Man, and Ryu didn't die in the Kazuya trailer. And for what game are you talking about, Jordan? I don't know. I kind of forgot. Could you please refer to what I like original. The Vita was gonna have a custom character created that you would play against friends, steal from their hideout. Yeah, that doesn't really sound like a Sly game to me.
Like that sounds like what they did with Blinks 2.
Yeah, I just rediscovered what Blinks was last night. I saw a video by Nitro Rad.
Yes, I seen his stuff too.
Yeah. Although with the modern culture of game reviewers nowadays, I can never tell if there's a controversy behind him or not. But from my research, he seems cool. Like
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. So I like his stuff, and I just saw the video for Blinks 1, and doesn't seem bad.
Yeah. I watch his stuff on occasionally. I can tell you, Jordan, he is a good guy.
Yeah. Again, it's just with every other news we've heard nowadays, you can never tell sometimes.
Totally understandable.
It's just the natural paranoia with the thing. Okay, sorry, I was a little just about fireworks. It's fine.
We're all getting.
But yeah, Diamond. Back to your question about what game are you talking about? I don't know. I'm kind of trying to focus on this.
Oh, they might be referring to Mude, which for those of you who don't know,
yeah.
For those of you who don't know what that is a Discord bot that allows you to roll for husbando or waifus, and if you find a character that you like, you can react to their image, and the bot will marry you to the character.
Yeah. That being said, I'm currently fighting someone for Shantae.
Oh, yeah, Nikki.
Yeah. Oh, actually, now that this music's playing, I'm the master of segues, I know, but I rediscovered the fact that Wind Waker was actually one of my art influences. I didn't really, it didn't really click until recently, but, what's a good example? The character Fira. Doesn't she look like she belongs in Wind Waker?
I was also gonna bring up the time you drew Alex as a wee babby, or as I call her, Toon Alex.
Yeah, which again, ooh, this is super old, but this is an older art of her parents, Bran and Atane, and this is supposed to be Alex when she was 6. So like very early on in her training. God, this shading is so bad.
So Discord.
Hair is nice, but
Diamond, you can't say the S word on Twitch.
But yeah, like there's the tunic and everything. But yeah, it's like I've been listening to Wind Waker music again, and I'm like, oh my god, I actually love Wind Waker.
You know, it's funny because, like, I swear Zelda games go through, like, the most awkward phases.
Yeah, there's no consistent style to it, which I guess fits the theme. You know, legends are, you know, oral traditions that can be, you know, changed over time, you know, due to their nature. Like, oral traditions are by far the least, most reliable way to record information.
Well, not even just so much that, but it's like, I know Wind Waker had, like, a lot of hate when it first came out, but then the HD port comes along. Oh my god, they're porting the best Zelda game!
It was also, long after people got over their, hate boner for it.
Yeah, but it's like, it just seems to keep happening with every Zelda game, because it happened with Wind Waker, it happened with Majora's Mask.
I remember when Link died. I remember the game where Zelda died, and she was dead for the remainder of most of the game, and you were trying to get her body back. It was Spirit Tracks, by the way. Great game.
I still think box art Mega Man and Street Fighter X Tekken would have been well received if he wasn't announced when Mega Man wasn't doing well, and you can also tell how spiteful Capcom was at Inafune around the time.
No. More like Mega Man wasn't doing anything because Capcom wouldn't give him work.
Yeah.
So he couldn't even be doing well, even if he tried.
Then he made Mighty Number 9, and we just went, oof.
That wasn't even by Capcom, that was by Concept.
Well, it was still Inafune.
Yeah. Which, now that we know more about Mega Man, he wasn't the main designer, he just refined his character design.
Yeah.
And had too many ideas with Zero.
Yeah, Zero was going to be the original protagonist. He's like, no, change to something.
Diamond Warrior, please don't do that. I don't tolerate that kind of humor in my chat. No necrophilia. Also, they're children, so that's even worse. Just warning you now, okay? Okay.
Yeah. Well, what of the timeline? It was the trial timeline.
It was, actually. Like, okay, guys, I may not be 100% serious all the time. It's mostly for entertainment value, but, just know that if I get serious, I'm gonna get serious, so, don't make me get out the serious face.
How many timelines does Legend of Zelda have?
Lots. Anyway.
They have as many as the Marvel Universe.
I never played Spirit Tracks. What console was it on? DS. Same with Phantom Hourglass. Although I think, just by virtue, Spirit Tracks is a much better game than Phantom Hourglass is. Like, Phantom Hourglass isn't bad. It's definitely got a good game in there. It's just not as good in comparison to other games. Like, limited presentation, terrible soundtrack, in things other than cutscenes. Alright, see you later, Gilligan. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
But you know what we do need, Jordan?
What?
Another port of Crash of the Titans.
Okay, now that joke's starting to get a little old, not gonna lie. Speaking of ports, Breath of the Wild.
Yee.
You mean the Wii U version, right? No, I mean the Switch version. Yeah, the Wii U version was made first. And then, Breath of the Wild had a Switch version made alongside it. Which is odd because many people consider Breath of the Wild a launch title for the Switch, but that's not really accurate. Because it wasn't really made for the Switch in mind.
Did you hear my name? Did you hear my name? My name, which is not the Wandering Aldalo. Yeah. You said your name was Brandon.
Wait. Who are you talking to, Brian or me?
I'm pretty sure he's talking to me because he's in my chat.
Yeah. Because, I'm doing my own stream right now for those watching Brian's stream.
Yeah.
I'm doing practice comic stuff.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I need to get my fingers break. Rolling hands. Blue, hey. Hang on, I need to move her away from something.
Don't lay there. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't wear masks.
And I heard the meow.
She was laying on top of my face masks.
Cece says wear your mask.
Yeah, apparently Blue does too, but don't lay on the masks because they could be carrying pathogens.
I am immune.
Sure you are, Blue.
I am your god. Do not defy me.
But yeah, about the Slide Vita, there's more info that I would say, but it's too big for me to type out if you want it. Type out. If you want to, there are videos about it, and Slide No Context account has it if anyone's curious about it. You know what? I may look into that myself. And God, I think this was during the phase where I didn't do the thing I do with arms now. Like, to give you guys a quick explanation. So, there was a guide someone made on Twitter, another artist, where essentially an easy way to make an arm is by conjoining two circles, strike a line through it, and then strike it down to judge where the elbow is going to be. And I haven't really stopped using that method since. Although, hands suck no matter what you do, so, still interesting, and I would love to tell Ryan about it. Yeah, I think Ryan and Danny would get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
Blue, hey! What are you doing? Wait, do you want out? Give me a second, guys. Blue's being weird.
Do you want out? Yeah? More places to hide out there? Making a decision? Choose Blue. No, you want to hang out with me? Here? Okay. Don't worry, I'll keep you safe for the big
Kitties
bad
are weird.
fireworks.
Your daily reminder. But they also rule our lives. Their word is law.
Alright. What'd I miss?
Just reminding people that a cat's word is law.
It is. Whether you want it or not. Huh, this is one of my better hands.
Like, not with your hands, Mox. Use what you're good at. I'm not good with my hands.
That wasn't remotely what I meant. What the fuck? I understand you were going for a Hell of a Boss reference, but...
Like, I love you, Mox, but for fuck's sake. Also, I gotta say, that fucking shark had it out for Moxie.
Yeah.
Also, Jordan, you got them 7 viewers.
Wait, what the fuck? Hi. So how many of you are bots?
I think most of them came from my stream because I told them, no, go over here.
Wait, TP's in there. TP, what are you doing here? Join the call!
Actually, I think TP's in another call right now. Yeah, TP's in Heaton's chat.
Oh shit. Well, sorry. In that case, hi. Again, guys, I'm not being serious. It's how I roll humor-wise. I'm not serious.
Why'd you get in the call? I'm in another call. Oh.
Understandable. Have a good day. Actually, if there's one thing I'm not looking forward to with people talking about Alex in terms of quote-unquote criticisms is that, Jordan, why are you not drawing her with boobies? Why does she look like a man? And to that I say, because I want to draw Alex looking strong.
Because Jordan
She's a warrior.
is not a because Jordan is not a coward, unlike you, you fucking simpleton.
Not to mention, I kind of like the idea of Alexandra being a masculine woman. Because, you know, it makes sense. She was raised to be a fighter. So she's gonna have, you know, fightery proportions. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just like Aloy all over again.
I'm sorry, what?
It's the Aloy situation all over again.
Oh, Aloy! Okay, alright. From Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Aloy's cute, fuck all of you.
Also, Nintendo, make Samus buff, you cowards.
Yeah, she's canonically buff. Like, you can look at Super Metroid and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate if you want proof.
Be like Horikoshi, don't be a coward.
If you're gonna make a lady muscular, go all the way.
Yeah, I mean, there's Nana Shimura, there's Mirko. Especially Mirko.
Oh, I think this is the music for Velen from Witcher 3. Amazing soundtrack. Which was co-developed along with the band Percival. Many of their songs feature in the game, which also includes their version of Lazare, which in context of the original song, I believe is a Slovakian marriage song. So why is it a battle theme?
Because they're being married to death.
Come on, come closer. Stabs.
Fuck. He's like, come on, come closer. Fuck.
No, more like, damn, you're ugly. And sometimes,
believe
just sometimes, he'll say, wind's howling.
I can't believe I fucked you.
No, it's more like, no, the line is, I can't believe we fucked. Which, yeah, Geralt is another inspiration for Alexandra. I mean, if you couldn't tell from the yellow eyes. Only difference is, he's a mutant. They're, supposed to be based off of a cat's eyes, allowing him to see in the dark. Alexandra was cursed. As I explained earlier.
Yeah, how do you like that? Jordan having an impromptu lore stream.
Yeah. Not that anyone cares, they're probably just here to draw, watch me draw. I guess I can also talk about why, while she wields two swords, they're not identical. They're actually her mother and father's swords. They even have names. So, to illustrate this better, let me get her image out again. Let me save this. I was gonna tell Brian about it on Twitter, but I don't want to bother him too much with all that he has been dealing with, so I'll have to wait, till he does a live stream when he gets a chance. He'll appreciate you being courteous. But, I don't know, I think Ryan would be interested, at any time of day. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this, golden gilded sword is Daydreamer. That belonged to her father. And the silvery blue sword, is Daydreamer, her mom's sword. Her father was a warrior from a distant land who came to help with the 30 generation war in Eclepia. And, her mom was a pirate. And, well, funny enough, Night Stalker, has a bit of a, cutlass look to it. Which, actually, Alexandra had a very interesting journey when I was designing her. Initially she was gonna be, a very, very, very angry D&D character. She was horrible, and I'm glad I changed her, because she had no depth. I didn't even know, what I was doing with her at the time, or how to play D&D for that matter. I just kind of strong-armed my way into, one of Cosmo's D&D groups, and I was like, ugh. So, and then I realized, her story was getting a little, too big, so that was when I began to write Phantom of the Forest. That was when I also began to heavily revise Alexandra as a character. Her family is her driving force. That has been a constant with her. At first, she ignored her family due to something. I don't even know what I was trying to do. But, then it became, a story based around revenge. And, D&D was actually really helpful with getting me, off the ground with, writing out my ideas. To the point where I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Which, Alexandra, when she was a D&D character, I had her class be Ranger, specifically Monster Slayer from Xanathar's Guide. It's a subclass where you specialize in monster slaying. Like, you can even suss out weaknesses and all that. it incorporated well into Alexandra's character arc, where she's hunting this demon down. So yeah, essentially, yeah. It's been quite the journey developing her. Ugh, sorry. Kind of had a brain melt there. Anyway, oh, another thing about the Sly PSP version, there was a concept artwork that looks like a shadowy version of Sly that looked cool, but no one knows if it was going to be Sly or a dark clone of him or what.
I found you, faker.
Wait, what?
I said, I found
No,
you.
no, 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 no,
faker.
no, not that. What the fuck? Wait, what? Why isn't it going down? Thank you.
What?
Ah! Bye, Ken! Ah! Mude.
Oh. Oh. Oh, you rolled her.
That thing makes me have a panic attack. What was I doing? Oh yeah, drawing.
Hey, you were arting. Jordan getting married to Bike on stream.
God damn it. God damn it, I knew someone was gonna make that reference. Yeah. That's what I like about you, Bruce. You're predictable.
Oh yeah? Well, I know someone else who's very predictable.
Yeah? Who?
Your mom!
Funny thing, I was actually referencing a quote from the Arkham Knight, the character.
I know, I just like to imagine Batman gets him on this and he's like, Jason Todd's just like,
Yeah, I was
I don't know
gonna
if I can-
say, I think it would have been funnier if he said, "You want to know who else is predictable? Who? You, Jason Todd."
it's like, you Jason Todd's like, how the fuck did you know who I am?
Come on, it's obvious.
And it's like, how did you really know who I am? Because you're predictable.
He does the math meme.
Yeah. Just see calculations go on in his head.
He looks at himself in the mirror, just takes off his mask, and then just walks off in a huff.
It's like, oh, so, wow, defeating the Red Hood was much easier than I thought.
He wasn't even Red Hood. He was the Arkham Knight, which was totally gonna be original character, guys. Yeah, don't worry. He's gonna be a totally unique villain. Definitely unique. Not taken from any other Batman story ever. Not even under the Red Hood.
Game comes out. Oh look, it's Jason Todd. Who could have saw that coming?
That's the joke. He's literally the Red Hood in anything but name.
You gonna do it this time? Or you just gonna put me in a body cast for 6 months?
And he's like, body cast sounds good. Seriously, the Arkham Knight really just pissed me off from a storytelling standpoint. still looked very cool, and the Sly Wiki does have a page on the PSP concept art, and that shadowy version looks cool. I even know about it from a Did You Know Gaming video about Sly. Oh.
Like, well, at least you know the Joker isn't gonna play any part in this, and god damn it.
Which, honestly, that was during Mark Hamill's hiatus as the Joker, and I was actually really happy to see him back, and then the reality set in is like, oh, it's another Joker story. Sorry, Scarecrow, you're gonna get cucked.
Again.
I cannot be cool anywhere.
At least Bane is cool.
Sorry, Fred Tatascore is the only Bane for me. Now, do me a favor and die!
I wish all Banes sounded like me.
Old friendly grandpa.
Hey, Batman, give your old Uncle Bane a hug. Oh dear, I seem to have snapped your back. Sorry there, bucko. Here, I'm going to drop you off in this prison so you can recover, okay? Okay, goodbye. Save Gotham for me.
By the way, I'm a chiropractor now.
I'm not very good at my job, but what do you think? Oh dear. I think I killed him.
Fuck.
Shoot.
Oh, Chris Sargles, do you have the same thing what I have, that if you're like overstimulated, you can barely focus? Because if you are, I totally get it.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Molded by
Okay, if
it.
we're gonna reference that scene.
Well, clearly your voice wasn't.
Ah, so you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't even see the light until I was a man, and by then it was nothing to me but blood.
Just what was the director thinking when he's like, "Yup, this is Bane"?
The same thing he was thinking when he decided to give Batman guns in Batman vs. Superman. No, wait, that was Zack Snyder. Still bad. I mean, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of those movies. Batman Begins was my only favorite. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I didn't like The Dark Knight when it came out, and I was like, but why though? Yeah, I was the only person I knew who did not like The Dark Knight.
It's like
And then I felt bad. I felt bad about my opinion for years because as soon as I expressed that, Heath Ledger died.
My opinions kill people.
Yeah, that's precisely what I was feeling.
It just reminds me, is like, you know, Ratatouille, Chef Cousteau gets criticized once, dies.
I think so. Yeah. Also, Ratatouille is a great film.
It is.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And it's the second, and I believe it was the second Pixar movie that Brad Bird directed.
Yeah. Hey, Blue, you're looking at me. Do you want out again?
Pick up your mind, cat.
Yeah. Blue has kind of been a running gag for my streams because she's my little friend and she looks to me for help. Because, she's the only girl cat in our house, and, Ozzy also stresses her out, so yeah. Alright,
You want out? Go. Goodbye.
Okay. Alright, what did I miss? Okay. That video was pretty interesting. Plus, I think the characters McSweeney and Sly 3 was inspired by the Whoopi the Walrus, since both of them are purple walruses. You know what? That makes sense. By the way, I love the Terrytown theme. Brad Bird is my favorite director. He's great. Yeah. Yeah, The Incredibles was definitely my favorite, one of my favorite films growing up. Although, considering the whole thing with John Lasseter, it's like, can we necessarily trust anyone from Pixar? Legitimately. Like, I know I shouldn't be, thinking negatively like that, but it's like, again, like I mentioned earlier with, my paranoia with YouTubers, it's like, you can't really tell sometimes. So you just, like, avoid.
Like, what's under the mask?
Or, like Catwoman from, Telltale Batman. They've got something to hide, Bruce. Every single one of them.
We all wear masks, Spider-Man, but which one is real?
The one that hides your face? Or the one that is your face?
Is your face.
Alright. Let's see what we got so far. Okay, so Alexandra gets surrounded by ghouls. She braces herself. One of them charges, lunges, she blocks the attack, beheads them, and then they all react, and she pulls off her hood. We still have a lot of work to do, but, I'd say we made good progress tonight, so I think I'm personally gonna stop here.
I think I will too, because I also did quite a bit of work.
His first movie that I saw with the Iron Giant. Yeah, the Iron Giant was amazing, although I didn't really get into it until years later. Alright, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope, you can see my schedule for when I stream again, but next time we stream, I'll probably do another one of these, if not another monster, if not a monster design stream, since I mentioned I should probably do something like that earlier. Whatever I decide, yeah.
Yeah, we shall see you another time.
Later.